Hey, what's up guys, JQ with Tech Creation. The Microsoft Surface Book is a truly unique product. It's primarily a laptop with the option of being a tablet, and it's running Windows 10 Pro right out the box. In Windows 10, you'll find features like Cortana, the voice assistant, where you can use your voice to ask for all sorts of info like weather, sports, images, calendar, etc. You have the Action Center with access to quick toggles, settings, and your notifications. A revamped start menu with direct access to apps and programs in one place, and just the overall cleaner look and feel with live tiles at your fingertips. Now this is the entry level model, so for all you spec police out there, this has the 6th gen Intel Core i5 processor, 128GB of SSD storage, 8GB of RAM, and Intel's integrated HD 520 graphics, meaning there's no dedicated graphics card. And for all this, you're looking at a price tag of $1499. Now if you want the highest end version, that's gonna run you a whopping $3,200, and that comes with the dedicated NVIDIA GPU, 16GB of RAM, and 1TB of storage. Now of course other configurations between both extremes are also available. It has a 13.5-inch pixel sense display with a resolution of 3000 by 2000, resulting in 267 pixels per inch. So as you can imagine, the display is insanely sharp and immediate consumption was pleasing. Pictures and video were very easy to look at, and with that 3:2 aspect ratio, it closely matches that of a piece of paper, making it a familiar canvas for creators. Also, the design is something I can't take away from Microsoft. At 3.34 pounds, it has some weight to it with its magnesium alloy body, and the unique dynamic fulcrum hinge on its back is flexible, and this is what holds and releases the tablet with its muscle wire locking mechanism. It's built well, and I personally think it looks stylish. Now some people hate it because it doesn't allow the laptop to close all the way, so I can see how a collection of debris is a valid concern. Examining the body, you'll find the audio jack, a mini display port, and your charging port on one side, and 2 USB 3.0 ports and a full-size SD card reader on the other. And your speaker grills live on the tablet, and let me just say they sound terrible. They're very tinny to the ear, and I would recommend a pair of headphones or Bluetooth speakers to go along with it. You have a 8-megapixel camera on the back and a 5-megapixel camera on the front, but as far as image quality, it's what you'd expect from a laptop slash tablet, but I found it more than good enough for selfies or video chatting with friends and family. Now together there's 2 batteries, a 2387 mAh battery in the tablet portion and a 6800 mAh battery housed in the keyboard. So as a laptop you get the combined battery life and only about a quarter of the battery when you're using it as a tablet. And it takes roughly around 2 hours and 45 minutes to charge both together from 0 to 100. Keep in mind with the higher end models, the NVIDIA graphics card is stored within the keyboard itself, so you won't be able to take full advantage of high performance in tablet mode as it's left behind. Now fun fact though, you can actually swap the keyboard of the cheaper model and still use the tablet on either base, so I thought that was pretty cool. So there's 3 ways to use it, like a laptop, a tablet, or backwards clipboard style if you're feeling edgy. Now to detach, you have to press this button on the keyboard, wait for the green light, and you'll hear the lock release and a little tug will pull it right off. One important note though, you can't detach the tablet when its battery is low. You have to wait until battery number 2 is around 50% or so. However, once it's released, you can charge the tablet on its own via the provided cable. Now it switches into tablet mode when released, and you can toggle this on and off in the settings. Tablet mode gives you a tab-friendly tile layout seen on most Windows tablets, making it easier for you to navigate with everything at your fingertips. And I would recommend keeping it this way, as I found it to be useful. The Surface line of products is known for its Surface Pen. The pen works via Bluetooth, it feels solid, and it has curves similar to what you'd find on a number 2 pencil. There's a subtle button along the bottom that acts as a right-click button on your PC, and you'll notice a sturdy clip up top, in case you want to rock it on your t-shirt. When you're done, the pen attaches to the screen magnetically to secure it in place. What's neat though is the magnet shuts off the pen for an extended battery life, and it's expected to last 1 full year with its quadruple A disposable battery. It has 1024 levels of pressure to achieve accuracy to that of a real pen, whereas you press deeper, the ink gets darker. And without getting too geeky, I found it to be real natural using the pen. I found it easy to draw with this pen, and I had a really fun time doing so. The Surface Book comes preloaded with drawing software called Fresh Paint, and it has a ton of free templates for you to mess around with and practice your drawing skills until your heart is content. You also have the option to purchase a few too. Palm rejection on the screen worked great. I felt really comfortable resting my hand on the screen while I worked. The digital eraser works much like a real one, but more importantly, I love its functionality. Microsoft also calls this the magic button. By clicking once, you'll be able to launch OneNote so you can jot down notes on the fly, double click to take a screenshot, and you can crop and save it directly into OneNote, which I thought was nice, and you click and hold to launch Cortana, the voice assistant. What is the tallest building in the world?
Burj Khalifa.
I found typing to be a breeze. The keyboard feels well built, it has great travel, and it's crazy comfortable typing. It's a little rocky on the lap, but it really all depends how you're sitting. This keyboard is also backlit, and you have a dedicated button to control 3 levels of intensity. Since we're on the topic of brightness, I don't like that there's no dedicated screen brightness controls on the keyboard. Instead, you have to push FN plus delete for brightness up and FN plus backspace for brightness down. I would have much rather preferred dedicated keys like seen on the MacBook Pro. Now the trackpad has a confident click to it, and by that I mean it's solid, but it's really loud. It's definitely an annoyance when trying to keep quiet. The right side of the pad is your right click button by default, and the left side is your primary click. You can switch these up in the settings. Navigating the trackpad is not that good. There's a great deal of friction, causing the cursor to skip every now and then, and because of this drag, scrolling was jittery at times and sometimes a nightmare, especially using Google Chrome. Now as far as the battery, it was pretty good actually. In laptop mode, I got around 9 to 10 hours of use, just messing around, watching YouTube videos, typing up stuff. And in tablet mode, I only got around 2.5 hours of use, and that's because of its smaller battery. Now because this is the entry-level model, you simply won't be able to tackle super heavy activity. But to be fair, Microsoft isn't marketing the Surface Book as a beast, rather for its versatility. Now if you're looking to do high-end gaming or video editing, from experience, I would recommend you opt for the high-end model with 16GB of RAM and the NVIDIA GPU. That is of course if you have that kind of money to burn. But at a price tag of $3,200, I personally don't think it's worth it. The selling point of the Surface Book is being able to run desktop programs, type up papers, and get some drawing done, all with the flexibility of a laptop and a tablet. It does everything you'd expect from a PC, including the occasional bugs and crashes. I mean, it's a great PC, don't get me wrong. Great for a college student, the artist in your family, or just catching up with friends and family on Skype. So what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section below if you think the Surface Book is worth it. As always, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to show some love to that like button. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for some awesome tech videos every week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.